Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing okay. It's been quite a long time. I realize I haven't posted a video in a very long time. I'm not going to go into the reasons why that is. I don't want to bore you to death. I'm doing something a little bit different on this channel. In fact, this is something that I've never done before. It's an instrument review. I am reviewing a Casio GP-510. Just a couple of things to say before we start. This piano is my own piano. I purchased it with my own money. I bought it about 6 months ago, I think, and I'm going to be giving you my honest opinion on the piano, what I have found using it. Of course, I'm going to share with you the sound and the various sounds, because it's got more than one sound, obviously, on it. Hi, guys. And so it's going to be my honest opinion. It's probably not going to be a very technical review. So it's not going to be like a comprehensive review that shows you every item in the menu or anything like that. But so a hybrid piano is a piano that should, in theory, give you the same feeling, the same experience, playing experience, as when you play a real piano. In particular, when you play a grand piano. While the sound is actually digital. And the way that this is achieved is by placing sensors rather than strings in the spot where the hammers hit. So basically, the hammers don't hit real strings. There are no real strings in the piano. The hammers hit sensors. And obviously, according to how hard or softly the hammers hit the sensors, you have different dynamics in your playing. Well, one of the many differences between a grand piano and an upright piano is the position of the strings. So in an upright piano, the strings run vertically. And when the hammers hit, obviously the hammers are placed in these positions. So that's what the hammers do on an upright piano. The strings are like this, the hammers hit like that. Now, on a grand piano, the strings run horizontally. So the strings go like this. So the hammers hit like this, or from below. In fact, I think it's from below. So that's the way that the hammers hit the strings on a grand piano. And this exact mechanism is what is reproduced in the Casio GP-510. But the first thing we need to do before we can play the piano is take some dust off it. The Casio GP-510 has got a long list of functions and things that can be tweaked and changed. The three main sounds are the Berlin Grand, Hamburg Grand and Vienna Grand. In total you have 35 tones on board. You have a soft pedal, a sostenuto pedal and a damper pedal. You can of course split the keyboards as to having two different sounds, one on the upper registers and one on the lower, and you can also layer more sounds together. The onboard sounds from the piano can of course be recorded using the output ports that are located underneath the piano. One thing that I can notice pretty soon, pretty straight away, is the touch. It's got a nice touch. I'll raise the volume a bit. So this sound that you're hearing now, this is the number one Berlin Grand. And there are also different versions. So there is a mellow version, Berlin Grand Mellow. And then there's a bright version. So yeah, so this was the bright version. Back to the normal Berlin Grand. I have to say that in these 6 months I have found myself more often than not using the Hamburg Grand, which is the next piano sound that I'm about to play for you. The Hamburg Grand is the one that I've been using the most. It's probably my favorite. Okay, let's try the sound number 3, the Vienna Grand. The Vienna Grand, I haven't used this one much at all. Vienna Grand. Yeah, well, okay, let's talk for a minute about the action. Now, the action, okay, I should probably say as a premise that the action of a piano should always be experienced together with having a good sound experience. Because I remember trying this piano in the shop before buying it, and I wasn't that impressed with the action, but I remember that I had tried it prior to that experience. I had tried it beforehand, and on that occasion I was blown away, whereas this time I was trying it and the experience was not the same, and yet it was the exact same piano, but the experience was not the same. And I realized, you know, only after talking to the shop owner, that the second time I was trying it with the volume down, so the volume was really low. That changes everything, because obviously when you can hear that strong correlation between how hard you press and the sound that you get, you know, it felt like I had to be working too hard in order to produce a certain level of sound. So then I raised the volume, and I started liking it a lot more, just as the first time I tried it. grand piano rock. It's been a while since I played this song, as you can tell. So that was a grand piano rock, grand piano jazz. Grand piano pop. Grand piano dance. Well, I'm not going. Well, although there are only 35 of them, I guess I could play all of them. Grand piano dance, honky tonk piano. Okay, so maybe this is probably more the right piano sound for. Don't Stop Believing. That's the name of the song. So honky tonk piano, piano pad. This is obviously a piano layered with a pad sound. These complex sounds are not what you would buy a piano like this for. This is the electric piano 1. Electric piano 2. Electric piano 3. FM electric piano. '60s electric piano. Okay, now quickly, I don't want to keep you here for the whole day. Harpsichord. Vibraphone. The vibraphone sounds nice. That sounds quite nice. A la Lionel Hampton kind of instrument. strings, again, you don't buy an instrument like this for strings, but I guess it's a nice addition to have. It's a nice bonus to have. Well, they sound nice. There's nothing wrong with these strings, I don't think. They sound quite nice. Yeah, these strings sound nice to me. Nice and airy, they open up nicely. Strings number 2. Now this is a synth pad. Yeah, again, you wouldn't buy this piano to emulate analog synthesizers. You would use something different to do that. But you know, if you're in the middle of a recording and you have nothing else, you could probably get away with using something like this. Pipe organ. Okay, the organs you probably can't get away with using any of these, but pipe organ number 2. Jazz organ. But yeah, I mean, if you want a faithful organ sound, probably you wouldn't choose something like this. Electric organ. Electric organ 2, electric organ 3, and now acoustic bass. Ride bass. Okay, so it's a combination of a bass sound together with a hi-hat or a ride. Quite nice things. Electric bass. So in my humble opinion, in my experience for the last 6 or so months, the Casio GP-510 is a great instrument. It's a great sounding piano. The speakers are loud and clear and a good quality. Are there better pianos out there? Of course there are. And remember, a hybrid piano or a digital piano, even if it's a hybrid piano, it will never give you the same experience that a real piano can give you. So, but, you know, outside of a real piano, I guess that it doesn't get as close as a real piano as when you use a hybrid piano, because the actual tactile experience, so the actual physical response that you get from playing, so what your fingers perceive, that is as important as the sound. And a solution like a hybrid piano can give you a very close type of experience to the experience that a real piano gives you. I'm convinced that I made a very good purchase when I purchased this piano. I don't regret buying it. Is it as good as a real piano? Of course not. Nothing sounds as good as a real piano, but bear in mind that even real pianos sometimes can be a bit of a pain because, well, first of all, as you know, a real piano has to be tuned a couple of times a year if you really want to keep it in good condition, in good sounding condition. Whereas obviously a hybrid piano, digital piano, you don't have to tune them. You can play a hybrid piano using your headphones, so you can play at night without disturbing your neighbors or your family. But also, just because a piano is real doesn't mean that a piano sounds great. There are many real acoustic pianos that sound really bad because maybe they're not very good quality, or maybe they're old, they've been abused. So I think that this for the price, I can't remember how much. Yeah, I'm going to write in the video how much I paid for it. I really can't remember. But I think that for the money, it is a very good purchase. It's a very good buy, and I'm very happy with it. I think it sounds great. It gives you a great tactile experience when you play, and for now, I'm very, very happy with it. But so let's try and get out of my own experience, my own case, and let's try and reflect for a moment and understand who this piano could be for. I think that this piano could be for any student, any piano student that is serious about learning. So not necessarily a beginner, probably, although if you are a beginner and you have the budget for it, you should probably go for it. I could have bought a real piano, but I chose not to have a real piano because if I wanted a real piano that sounded really good, I would have had to buy a real piano that cost a lot more than this hybrid piano costs. So I chose to go the hybrid piano route for this reason, so that I can keep the cost down and still have a very good tactile experience. In fact, a much better tactile experience than if I had purchased an upright piano, because as we were saying earlier, the experience that this gives you is closer to a grand piano experience. So yeah, that's the reason, because I really wanted that experience coupled with a very good sounding set of speakers, very good sounding piano. And I have to say, Casio are really up in their game when it comes to producing instruments like that. Historically, I remember when I was growing up, when I was 10, 11, 12, the Casio brand for keyboards and pianos was normally associated with poor quality. Whereas now things have changed, things have moved forward a lot. Casio, they're probably among the best, certainly when it comes to quality versus cost. So anyway, I realized that this is a very long video, and I thank you all for watching, and I really hope that you got something out of it. I really hope that you learned something today, at the very least, with regards to the GP-510. I hope that some of you that were maybe on the fence, unsure whether to buy it or not, now have a clear idea as to whether they want to buy it or not. I'm going to stop talking now. I've talked for too long. I've probably done your head in. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like it. It is very important that you like it, so that my channel can hopefully grow, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be posting videos that are similar to this one, but also videos that are not similar to this one at all. I'm a keyboard player and a piano and keyboard teacher. I also produce my own music, so any video could be any of these things. And I travel a lot with my band Absolute Bowie, so some of my videos will be just videos about traveling, really. But anyway, I hope that I will be able to keep you entertained. Thanks for listening. Peace, and it's great to see you again.